Welcome to Ezayola Online English. Today we have something before us we need to explain in a detailed manner because most time students tend to be confused or learners of English language over there. That's why we've decided to throw a kind of light so that we clear some of the doubts some people are having already. Okay, we have demonstrative pronouns, adjectives as well. Demonstrative pronouns, are they demonstrative adjectives? Demonstrative adjectives, are they equally demonstrative pronouns? Yes, they are. Look at them here. We have that, those, this, these. These are the four words that are embodied under the demonstrative pronouns and demonstrative adjectives. But the confusing thing there is this: when do we use them in expressions? How do we place them? How do we reconcile the words, the four words, as demonstrative pronouns and adjectives? Whenever we see them functioning as, pronouns in expressions, do we also conclude that they are adjectives at that point? That's what we need to understand now. When we see them functioning as adjectives, is it right to, look at them as pronouns at that place, at that point? That's what we have to really, intimate you on. Okay, like I said, we have that, those, this, and these. We need to explain. Of course, when we talk about that, it is used to, point at objects or things that are very far away, that are not extremely close, that are not very close. When such objects or human beings, whatever it is, there is a kind of distance observed between our place of standing at a point in time and the particular position where such thing exists. That's when we use that, and it is in the singular. We use it to make reference or to point at object or human being that is in its singular form, okay? The plural is those. When it goes beyond an object, when it involves two or more and all that. But those things, objects, human beings, whatever they are not very close to us. That's when we use those. We could say, that man over there. Those people standing there, okay? Singular, plural. Take note. The same thing here, singular, plural. These, all right? This for one something, but we use it to point at objects that are very close to us. Right here, I could say this because I can feel it, okay? This thing I am holding now, we use this. Now, when it involves two, these things, okay? You can see them. These things, that's when we use these. We cannot say something we have right within us. We say those things. No, very wrong. We cannot say those things, but we say these things because we are talking about two things, of course. All right, like I said, once again, they are both adjectives. They are equally pronouns. We call them pronouns, adjectives. We are correct, but it depends on how they are structurally patterned during expression. How do we use them as pronouns? First and foremost, as pronouns, how do we use them as pronouns? Okay? Now, as pronouns, we could say that is the man. That came around. Came around. Now, if you look at this, that is the man that came around. Here, you can't call this, an adjective. It is a pronoun. That is the man that came around. Here, it is a pronoun. We call this demonstrative pronoun, remember, singular. When we say those are the men that came around. Okay, those are the men that came around. Now, for those, it involves more than one person, and of course, they are not very close. You can sight them from afar, okay? Now, when talking about them or referring to them, those are the men. Now, this is a pronoun, not an adjective. The same thing with this. This is the man that came around. Okay? Pronoun. This is the man that came around because the man is very close to you. Singular, one person. Okay? These are the men that came around. Have you seen it? You are making use of them as demonstrative pronouns. These are the men that came around. Remember, as pronoun. But as adjectives, how do we use them? As adjectives. All right, we could say that man that came around is gone. Okay, now look at this. That man. Now we notice something. We are talking about man here. All right, someone came around. Which man? Man that came around is gone. Now you begin to wonder, which man are you talking about? That man. You now notice that this that is no longer a pronoun. It is rather a demonstrative adjective modifying the man that came around. So here, it is no longer functioning as a pronoun, rather it is functioning as an adjective describing the man. The same thing goes to when we say those men, because we are now talking about those more than one, all right, referring to more than one person. Those men that came around, you now change, are gone, all right, because we are talking about those men. Okay, the same thing happens when it involves this and this. This man that came around is gone. All right, this man, the same thing. We could also say this, because I said this is singular and this is plural. These men that came around are all gone. These men that came around are all gone. Now, when we say these men, all right, the these becomes a modifier. Remember, adjectives are words that describe nouns or pronouns in sentences. So take note, when we say that these things, that, those, this, and these are adjectives, we are very correct. They are pronouns, we are equally correct. But their uses, we really need to be very careful on how to use them during expression so that whatever they perform, when they are performing as adjectives, the way they are used will determine. When they are working as pronouns, the way they are used in expression is what determines whatever function or whatever grammatical class they belong to. Thank you very much. Don't always forget to subscribe to our channel on Ezayola Online English. Bye-bye.